Roll call, please.
All right. Robert D. Hoover Jr.
Here.
Raymond Burrell.
Here.
William Burke.
Here.
Robert Kyle.
Here.
Sydney Davidson. Here.
And thank you for getting my last name pronounced correctly, by the way.
It was Kyle?
Kyle, yes.
All right. So we have a quorum is present.
Okay. Start to the agenda. Did you say there was going to be a presentation on these? Okay.
Just a quick, I'll quickly summarize
Okay.
what we're talking about. Ready?
Just read the agenda.
Yeah, so item number, if you would read item number 1.
Oh,
For the
okay.
public records.
Consideration of amendments to 2020 to 2024 consolidation plan and 2nd through 5th action plans.
So this will cover all of the amendments that we're talking about and also include the draft of the action plan for 2026. So the Administration of Community Development Block Grant CDBG funds needs a significant shift, moving away from individualized case management toward broad community infrastructure. Historically characterized by individualized home rehabilitation and complex loan management, the program is transitioning toward a model focused on public works and infrastructure. So the critical findings that we found is a risk to entitlement status. So past administrative failures, including missed timelines and reporting errors, have placed the community's entitlement status and its consistent federal funding at high risk. We're looking toward a strategic realignment. The strategic shift prioritizes public facilities and infrastructure over individual home repairs to avoid fostering community dependence and to better utilize limited staff and resources. So the city's status as an entitlement community is a critical asset. It has provided consistent federal funding stream with minimal cost to the city. The status also facilitates access to future grant opportunities and removes the need to compete for state CDBG funds. The previous staff lacked training in CDBG nuances, leading to failures in creating sustainable activities. So spending funds in a timely manner has been an issue, as has accurately reporting. So the city has received multiple warnings, and continued failure to resolve these issues could lead to a total loss of our entitlement status and our funding. The new framework has been proposed. It will modernize the CDBG program, focusing on community-wide impact rather than individual case-by-case assistance. So the shifts in programming, the focus would be public works and facilities. The primary focus would shift toward infrastructure and public facilities to provide broad community benefits. Our housing policy changes would include phasing out of the home mortgages and rehab loans. We would still have limited emergency repair assistance and demolition assistance. We'd continue to form partnerships with contractors such as Habitat for Humanity. So the program aims to address urgent needs while shifting its main focus toward the community as a whole rather than individual property management. We also have a focus on first-time home buyer incentives, working with banks to create projects specifically for first-time home buyers. The goal would be benefiting people who are contributing to the community and who would be self-sustaining. And then asset management, a systematic disposition of city and SURA-owned properties to help benefit the low to moderate income households. A core of the new strategy is to streamline activities and educate the public on community-wide focus. This is intended to address a pervasive culture of dependency that we've seen and to redirect expectations toward public infrastructure and sustainable growth. Ultimately, this pivot seeks to organize local authorities and partner with outside organizations to better serve our low to moderate income residents and our community as a whole. Have you had a chance to look over some of the amendments, and are there questions?
It kind of summarizes saying that we're just going to take funds that were not allocated and we're going to reallocate them to this new process.
Yes, we have over $900,000 of unspent funds in past years, and we only have 6 years to spend from that last date. So we're just trying to help our community and allocate some of the.
But this still stays within the original scope of what the money was intended for, right?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Well, it seems like when we met last time, they mentioned that they were going to try to amend the program so that we could use the funds, keep up with how much we needed to spend, and add certain kinds of things that we can do with the money that we weren't able to before. Is that correct?
Correct. So these amendments will actually put that into place. We'll be able to then redirect the funds. As of right now, in the system, we're not able to allocate because those programs aren't in the system at this time. So these amendments would put that in, and then we would reallocate the funds.
You need a motion to approve?
Not today. This was more a presentation. We wanted to bring you up to speed, to introduce myself, which I am Kaylin Lindsay, the new CDBG program manager. And I'm always available to answer questions. I'm especially responsive to emails. As of right now, we're trying to get caught up on everything, so I'm not very responsive to phone calls right now, but I will certainly get back with you if you have questions. So yes, this was not a meeting to vote on anything. We just really wanted to bring you up to speed.
Okay.
We will be having 2 public hearings that we would love for you to attend. They will be March 31st at 2 p.m. and April 8th at 2 p.m. here in the chambers. And that will be presenting basically the same thing. So we don't want you to be caught without having the correct information. Any other questions? Do we need to go through the final 2 points?
Just move down the agenda list.
We're
Just
done.
read all this thing again.
You need you to read that, okay. Consideration of amendments to 2025-26 Annual Action Plan and First Year Action Plan.
So this would be, again, just reorganizing. I know a lot of things were already presented, but none of them had been inputted into the system. So that's what I'll be working on over the next few weeks to make sure that we're able to allocate funds to those activities that are presented in the amendments.
And how quickly will these amendments take effect?
After HUD's approval, we need HUD approval by May 10th. Hence the special meeting.
Consideration of second 2026 Year Action Plan.
So this was me just starting to prepare a draft. And again, we'll get public input if we need to change things. So this will not be accepted by HUD until May, after we've had the public hearings. But this is kind of our proposal. Any other questions?
Do we have the second 2026 year action plan?
That is the big packet. That is the 2026.
This is 2023.
Oh, my goodness. I printed the wrong thing. I apologize. It is on the website, and I can get you copies of that. I can send that to you. I did not double check.
I think you just.
You just didn't change the
I just said
Yes, the rest of it's
Yeah, the
right.
rest is
Okay.
correct.
I
At the bottom
apologize.
of the page, it says 2026.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions?
We need a motion to adjourn.
Motion?
Second.
Meeting is adjourned?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.